Hello, how are you? Uh, Today we will be talking about a quiet for the wandering village. Taking care of a village and an Onwu at the same time could be overwhelming, especially if you don't know what to do. So I come with these tips and tricks to make your journey easier. Although I would recommend for you to play the game first, even if it's on the novice difficulty, before looking on video like this, because there's a lot of things that's better when you discover it yourself. It's kind of an interesting game. Okay, so let me start with the first one. First one, pause the game right when you start. You can pause the game with the spacebar or by clicking this button on the top right. While you pause the game, you can assert what kind of environment you got. First, what kind of environment Onwu is in. We are starting in the forest, so we have a lot of food and a lot of water in this area. Secondly, we check on the village. How is the village going? Where is all the stones? Where are all the berries? And where should you start building? That is for number one. Number two, research priorities. Research priorities. When the first time you start building on the Onwu, I would recommend that the first building you build is a research building. This research is taking so much time. As you can see here, estimated research time 2 days. So we getting a head start from the beginning is nice. And the game also gives you recommended results from this page, but you also can decide for yourself what is the best research you want to do. The research page come into three different pages here. The first one is for the villagers, the second one about collecting resources, and the third one to help Onwu. To me, the first thing that is essential for research is scavenging hut. So I will start with the kitchen and the scavenger's hut. You also will need to make sure that you have a village doctor later on. And if you go to the desert, you will need corn. While for Onwu, you should prioritize to feed the Onwu and then to keep Onwu happy with pet Onwu. That is for the research. Third, I will suggest a worker hut, a worker post as the second building you build. The worker post increase how fast your workers going to move around, and you will need that because right now we don't even have roads. And later on, you will want to change the focus of the workers here from builders, carriers, and harvesters, but at the start, we can put it as general workers. 4. Make sure you have plan your farm well. As each farmer can only plant so much before they neglect the farm plots. So usually I do the formula for something around 5 plots per farmer, although I do not need to put it very close to it. Make sure also near your farm you have your air well, water, and maybe a few water tanks to store more water. Later on, you can build a kitchen near the farm too, just to make sure that you keep food production on. 5. Processed food is better than raw food. Not only you get more processed food per raw food, it's also more filling because it have a better food quality. And later on in the game, there will be food quality in the total in the productivity tab that makes either makes your workers more productive or makes them more lazy. 6. Scavenging is very important. With a scavenger hut, you can get a lot of things from the from the world itself. You can get woods, you can get stone, you can even get villagers, and then you can get iron and all other advanced produce that you cannot find in the back of Onwu. So make sure you prioritize a scavenger hut so you can get more villagers and all the other resources. 7. Pay attention for the biome infos. In the Wandering Village, currently there are 3 biomes and there are more that is planned. The current biome is forest, which is green in the world map, mountain, which is red or pink in the world map, and desert, which is yellow and is not depicted in this part of the game. In the forest, generally you have a high produce for your farms. You have high amount of water produced too, but at the later point in the game, it's the place where there is a lot of poisonous spores that can hurt Onwu and your villagers. The mountain is a cold biome that makes growing food and all other crops a little bit harder, but they also have a lot of mines for getting iron later game, and they still provide water, but it's slightly reduced compared to the forest. And the third one, desert, is either some people's favorite or some people's hated biome. In the desert, you cannot get water from the air well. You have to scavenge for water, and it's usually not enough. You can also grow cactus with your farm to get more water, but then that means you have to sacrifice 1 or 2 of your farm just to grow cactus. Food in the desert is harder to come by, and you have to research corn to be able to make sure your villagers have nice food to eat. But if you are stuck in the desert at the beginning, your only chance is to make sure that you make a berry gatherer and collect berries for your villagers to eat. Number 8. Build roads. Roads help your villagers to move around faster. Onwu is way too big for your villagers to just casually walk down without your help. You will need to build roads to make sure that no matter where on the part of Onwu they still can get there faster. And this faster will be even more important when you are facing the first poison spore. 9. Don't forget to save. In the Wandering Village, your village only saves by 2 points. It is when you exit the game or when you place save the game. There's no autosave for this game. Number 10. Do not cut the mother tree. Upon building on the Onwu and cutting down trees, you may find there are these weird yellow trees. This is the mother tree. Try to not cut it because this tree helps to grow more trees around it. It's tempting to get 15 wood, but having no mother trees in your Onwu means you will have hard time to get woods. Number 11. Do not underestimate Hornblower. Hornblower can order Onwu to lie down, walk, run, and with specific upgrades from the research, you can also ask him to feed and to sleep. These are used for when you encounter something that is bad, like having to run from an event or to choose crossroad. Where do you want to go? Number 12. You must keep Onwu happy. Onwu happiness is related on how much he will obey commands. When Onwu is neutral about your village, he walks normally. When he is happy, he will wag his tail and you will see his head bob left and right happily. And when he is sad or upset with your villager, his head will low down. The best way to reduce Onwu trust is by removing his spike. With every spike you broke, Onwu lost a lot of trust of you and your villagers. And when he's no longer see when he's upset with you, he will lower his head. And may as well not trusting your commands. You can no longer choose where you want to go. You cannot stop Onwu or ask him to run. The best way to increase Onwu trust is by having an Onwu doctor and research on the pet Onwu. This will increase his trust, but believe me, it's very slow to even recover the trust from breaking one spike on his back. So be careful when you decide that the spikes on Onwu back is obstructing your buildings. Oftentimes it's better to just ignore it for now until later on when you get Onwu to trust you very well. In the case that you go through poison spores and doesn't have a decontaminator yet, there is another one you can do. First, pause the game. Second, set all your workers into harvesters. Then, manually one by one, harvest the poison plant and set it to the highest priority. This will poison your villagers, but will save your colony, because if you don't cut off poison plants, they will spread very fast and potentially end your game. On the small spore, like this one, small spore cloud, usually the game only throw around 5 plants to take care, and then the normal spore cloud will have 10, and the large one can throw 15 to 20. Obviously, when you're dealing with the large one, you should have a decontaminator or two to get rid of them. But if you are like this situation where your decontaminator is still in building and you don't even have a fuel for it yet, then workers, that is, cut them down. As you can see, they walking to the stuff, and every new spore they will automatically also put it to harvest with the highest priority. So you only need to make sure you mark the first ones, and they will get poisoned. As long as if you have herbs and some doctors, then it will be fine. You can survive this. Also, even if Onwu sleeping right inside the spore only launch once. it doesn't launch twice or more time you get inside it. And that is all for the guides. There are a lot of other things in the Wandering Village, a lot of more advanced building, but I'm pretty sure with this guide that keep you survive, you will be able to figure out the other things yourself if you like them or not. Thank you for watching and have fun with the Wandering Village. Bye!